Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Holy Redeemer Baseball. Chris Ritsick, the head coach, joining us. Well, Chris, you are absolutely young with your team this year, but hey, it doesn't matter. You're getting a lot of wins in your division, which, again, it's pretty competitive, and you know, you beat a team, and you can lose to a team, but you guys are beating more teams than that. Talk a little bit about this season. You guys are really stepping up and doing a fine job.
Like you said, John, we are very young, so it was a little bit of a surprise that the very good start that we've had. Again, having a preseason this year, I think, has really helped us out. Has gotten some of our younger players some very good experience. They've really played much higher than the expectations that I have had so far.
Let's talk a little bit about that senior, Mike Conway. What's his job been like?
Again, Mike has really played a great leadership role for us. As the starter last year at times, and getting some good times this year, he's really been a great example for our younger players.
You guys seem like you have some nice pitching this year. Let's talk about some of these arms. Again, all underclassmen, but they're getting the job done. You guys are in some nice battles, 2-0. Some tight games, and then there's some other games you're pitching some shutouts.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, between Tony Molatoris, Sean Sophomore, Sean Wills, and Jordan Choman, they've really been holding it down for us. Our hitting has been lacking a little bit, but they've been throwing some great games for us. They've been throwing strikes, which is a key in this league this year. And the pressure has not gone to them. They've stepped up to the plate every time.
Let's go over on the offensive end, Chris. Talk about the bats this year. And any long balls in that mix, or are you getting a lot of singles and just kind of moving guys along on the bases?
Yeah, we have been playing a lot of small ball. We've been one of our strengths, I think, is our speed on our bases. So we've been running a lot, sacrificing some hit and runs. Again, the long ball has not been there for us, so we've been trying to take advantage of what we can, and again, just trying to manufacture some runs and making some productive outs.
Chris, even though you knew you were going to be young this year, in our baseball and softball preview magazine, you guys had a power ranking of 80, saying, if things come together, you're going to be right there in that mix. But AA baseball is pretty darn tough. So talk a little bit about the expectations this year. And you mentioned that preseason was huge for you guys, getting out there and getting after it.
Oh, yes. Again, coming in with a lot of sophomores and juniors going to be in the starting lineup, you're never 100% sure how the kids are going to respond to different situations. But they've worked hard in the off season. They've prepared very well, and it's been showing. The league has been very good this year, and I think that's also helped as well, because every day out, it's a great. You expect nothing but a great baseball game, and I think that's brought out the best in them.
Chris, two things this year. The best thing you guys are doing right now here, as May is right upon us, and the worst thing, or the thing that you need the most improvement on, if you guys are going to be, gaining some momentum, even though you got a great record, knowing that the league will get a little tougher in May as well.
Oh, definitely. Well, again, between pitching and also the defense, I can't leave out the defense. While the pitchers have been throwing some great balls, the defense has definitely been there for them. That's why they're not afraid to throw strikes and let the batters put the ball in play. The infield has been very solid, and the outfield has also made some great plays. So the pitchers are really going out there with a lot of confidence, knowing they got a very good defense behind them. Worse, again, we really do. The bats need to get hot. While the pitchers are doing a great job and throwing a bunch of shutouts, we do need to start producing more at the plate. And I think as the weather gets warmer as well, I think the bats will come along with it.
Well, a good job thus far for you, Chris, and I know you're proud of your team here as we approach May with this young Holy Redeemer baseball team. Continued success the rest of the season.
John, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
The Holy Redeemer Royals baseball team here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.